Dynamite! How's it going, all you guys and girls in the Illumination? Time to jump aboard the Loom train. It's me, it's JJD, JJ the Illuminator here. The sweet one. Also known by almost countless other aliases and nicknames. We won't get into that right now. I was reading today about different laws that are currently on the table in different states like California, New York, not New York City, but yeah, it is New York City, but it's New York State. It's going to affect New York City probably the biggest because obviously it's the biggest city in New York. But these have to do with fast food businesses, anything classified as fast food. Now, it's very possible that you've been under a rock for the past year or so, but just in case you were, and I don't mean that, I'm saying that as a joke, but in case you haven't heard, a lot of areas are trying to raise minimum wage to the point where restaurant workers would be getting $15 an hour or more, depending on the state. Now, it's also going to be a federal thing, and it's been discussed in the federal government for months and months now. But what I've been finding out is that many states are going to try to, with these laws, try to force fast food businesses to pay a lot more money for their workers than what they are now. But it's been decided, and I don't mean to laugh, but what it's going to do is it's going to raise prices, of course, but it's also going to shut businesses down. Now, don't quote me on this, but I'm not sure if it was Burger King or if it was Wendy's or one of those type of fast food burger places. We're talking about they were talking about rather in California, if this law goes on, that it could basically be the end of fast food restaurants in California and probably many other places. Could be the end of them as we know it. Because right now, I don't know about around you, where you live, your neck of the woods, but where I live, it's basically, if you want a burger, within 8 minutes in any direction or less, you can be at a fast food restaurant and get a cheeseburger, fries, and a medium soft drink, and everything like that. But just picture if this is something that you're used to, a convenience that you're used to. Just picture if a lot of these fast food restaurants close down and they're not so easily accessible. Imagine having to drive a half hour to get at one or longer. Or if, say, your state might have 1,000 different, Dunkin', I still call it Dunkin' Donuts. Imagine if, your state, instead of 1,000, that there's only going to be 500 now, or 200, or whatever. It's pretty big, for people that rely on this type of food and beverages on a regular basis. These rules and laws and everything, they're going to make some changes. And basically, they're not going to be able to stay open because they know no one's going to go and get a cheeseburger, a large fry, and a medium soft drink and pay $20 for it. I mean, bad enough we're paying $10 for it now or more. But people aren't going to pay $20, so they know right away that they're going to have to consolidate and close down and all this. And it's just, some of this is old news, but and I don't want to say global scale, but the scale nationally in the United States, a lot of these places could end up going out of business, or at the very least, cutting back. Imagine only half of the amount of McDonald's in the country. What that's going to do for jobs. We're not even talking about the food or the convenience, just what it's going to do for jobs. People want to earn $15 an hour to flip burgers. Well, whatever happened to going to school or learning a trade and making that kind of money or more? Everyone wants money for nothing now. What was that song from the 80s? Money for Nothing. But what's it? Sex was free? I forget how that song went. Anyway, that's today's news. It just got me thinking, some of these conveniences that we have that we're so used to, it could come to an end someday. So could a lot of things. But that's a discussion for another day and another cup of coffee. that's about it for today. I hope you're doing well. I love you all. Stay safe. This is the Illuminator, and I'll be back.
Let the porridge cartoon begin.